So if you don't know who this is Haley Welch, or also known as the Hawk Tuah girl. Well, she's actually stayed in the zeitgeist for an extra week, it seems, because she's actually selling merch. But that's not the only thing she's doing as well. I actually came across this because she did like a documentary style video on like what this has done to change her life, which I thought was very interesting, which we'll get into in a wee bit. But I thought I'd show other videos first. So this is her website. So on her website, it's photos of her, which makes sense because she is the brand essentially. And then she's got a lot of merch, which I didn't really know you could make so much merch from like this amount of like this 30-second clip. But I'm not like annoyed at her. I feel like it's fair enough that she's done this because I think that she's done the right thing, because you may as well get your money out. You're like wee 15 minutes out of fame.
I've been dropped out of school for like a year or two.
Okay, so this was like...
I don't quit my job. I said peace.
So now is like you're going to go to LA, you're going to go to New York.
Oh yeah.
Do you think you see yourself like starting your own type of like show or podcast, or are you just going to be like an internet personality?
I think we're going to do like a show, and then we're just going to be like on a bunch of podcasts and everything else in between.
Cool. So kind of just figuring it out as you go.
Oh yeah, there's more to come. Don't worry.
So there you go. So basically, she's told us that she is going to LA or New York or something of the sort. But I think it's really smart what she's done here. She's been like, right, I've made this wee 50 minutes of fame. Let's try and do this, like, make it better. However, the issue is with this, people found her funny in like a small clip. I don't know if people will find her funny when she goes and does this like podcast or show or anything like that, which is a shame because she seems like generally a nice person. But the fact that she's now trying to take advantage of it, seems like some people are saying like she's delusional. I think maybe moving to like these places would be delusional, but I can't say that I wouldn't do the same. I wouldn't move somewhere, but like I feel like if I got like that wee 15 minutes of fame, you'd maybe go like, right, okay, what I need to do to continue this is do this, this and this. She's done the right thing with being like, we need to continue this, because if she said she's quit her job, and she seems like she didn't like her job, which is honestly, all fairness to you, if you don't like your job and you have the chance to quit it, who's not going to take that opportunity? But a really interesting thing happened is Zack Bryan actually took her on stage and she's sung in front of a lot of people. So she's it sounds stupid. She's got like famous from it. So and Zack Bryan's been like, yeah, come up and sing. She specifically says in another interview that I think I will show you that she's not a good singer, but she obviously had to take the opportunity, because why wouldn't you take that opportunity? But that, I think that'd be mental. From this 30 seconds, like she says in one of her videos, she was just walking down Broadway and then it's like changed her life, which it just has. Like nobody can argue that it hasn't, because she's on stage with Zack Bryan. I'm not saying she's insignificant, just the way I word this will sound like I am, but she's not. Zack Bryan wouldn't have known anything about her, he probably wouldn't have like cared. But now that like he's been like, yeah, you seem quite funny, like come on stage. So I think that's interesting. So this video clears up a lot of things, because obviously loads of folk had questions and were making things up about her.
My school teacher. That's false. I worked in a spring plant for about 10 months. But I don't work there anymore.
See, loads of folk were arguing that she was a school teacher and she got fired for it, but if she's not a school teacher, she didn't get fired for it. And it's a very weird thing to say she was a school teacher. I don't know why that came up. I'm presuming there's maybe somebody that looks like her on TikTok that was a school teacher or is a school teacher, and like that's why they're relating it to her.
Did I really get fired from my job? That is false. I quit my job to go travel. I'm not an industry plant. It was not planned. Every bit of it was just there, right in the moment, because I had to ask what that meant. So, that's false.
I don't know what she'd been industry plant for. Obviously, industry plants are normally with music. You obviously get other industry plants as well. I just don't know what an industry plant would have been, because it was funny, but there's also the thing of you can't really predict virality. I think that's how you say it. You can't really predict that. There is some people that like go, no, what would possibly go like viral, like they've got really like, they're like, oh well, this at least will do like 100k views. There's people that know that and know how to work algorithms, but that specifically I think was that'd be a risk, like with that one, for being like, yeah, an industry plant, because what is there for her to do after this, apart from like try and do these shows and stuff like that? Why would that benefit anyone in the industry? Unless it was just for her, for like try to get famous or something like that, but it doesn't seem like that.
Did I really turn down Playboy? That is true. They reached out to my friend Chelsea wanting to include us in some of their stuff, and we turned it down. So that's true.
I think that's mental that Playboy was like, well, you're a bit famous, come do some stuff for us. Good that she turned it down. Obviously that'd be a lot of money if she didn't. Like, it seems like Playboy does get people places, but I suppose if you're not comfortable with it, don't do something you're not comfortable with. I think what we can say so far is it has genuinely changed her life. Maybe not to like the extent of like, oh my god, like you should be moving away places, but it does seem like it has changed her life.
Very awesome things that have changed my life so far since all this has happened. Number one, I got over my stage fright. I sang in front of 80,000 people with Zack Bryan the other night, and I cannot sing for but I did it anyway.
I just think that's mental. If you had stage fright, you got in 80,000 people. She was probably very intoxicated. But I don't have stage fright, but I don't like speaking in front of people. But like, I will do it. The fact I'd be like, oh, I've got a bit of stage fright, and then going, I'll jump up to 80,000 people though. It's a bit mental.
I quit my job at the spring factory, and so I don't have to eat Taco Bell all the time, but I'm still gonna do it anyways. Number three, I actually have to get ready more than one time out of the week now. I'm not allowed to look like Adam Sandler anymore.
It's a weird one, to be fair. That makes sense. Like, if there's possibly people always taking photos of you, you do need to get ready all the time. However, I don't think she needs to worry for too long, because I don't reckon the fame will stay that long.
Here are three things that have not been so great here lately. Number one, I have to convince my pawpaw not to shoot the paparazzi outside of our house every day, because they've been camped out here for like 2 weeks.
That's just mental that there's like paparazzi, because I feel like after you've got like the photos, you've got the photos, there's nothing more to do. And I don't know how it normally works with these people that get like viral, but I've never heard them complain about paparazzi apart from when they're like out somewhere. It's really weird that they're at the house. So I suppose that's maybe it shows that she is possibly going to go somewhere. Like, it could be that. Like, people are like, no, she seems like she probably will. Unsure.
And number three, I'm tired of the imposters and all the fake accounts. Hey, there's one more thing that's really pissing me off. Any of you selling or purchasing merchandise online, it's not from me. It's not approved by me, and it's counterfeit, and I'm not making a damn dime off of any of it. But I just hired a manager, and I hired an attorney, so we're coming for you. But don't worry, I'm launching my merch store very soon, and you'll be the first to know to get your official Hawk Tuah merch from me.
The management thing's a bit mental, but there's also the thing of like, if she's just like a general person that was like, I worked at a spring factory, like she doesn't know how to like play the system to get more famous or to be more famous than what she was from this meme. So yeah, I understand why she's done it. I just think it's a bit mental as well, especially if she's moving to like LA and that. Like she'll be skint. Like there'll be no money in her account if she's paying for LA or New York rent as well as a manager. So this final video was actually a thing that made me make this video, because I didn't actually realise that she was doing all this from it. I've heard people make the memes a bit like, I can't believe she's moving to LA and getting management. I genuinely just did think it was a lie. So I was like, when I seen this video, I was like, oh right, okay, she's actually trying to do something out of this like meme essentially.
I'm Haley, and I'm from Belfast, Tennessee. It's a little small area near Lewisburg.
They're really pushing this small town girl. Like, obviously it is a small town with 780 people or something like that. Like, even the village I'm from has more people than that. So, it's mental in America that could be called a town.
I don't know what to feel. It's crazy. I never thought anything like this would ever happen. It's too much to comprehend.
Yeah, I really had no idea that one night in Broadway, having fun with your friends and everything else would change your whole life around.
I think the whole community did that with the Daily Mail, you know. Just, you know, somebody, they didn't know come in asking questions about somebody we all care about. So everybody kind of went into protection.
But I just wanted to stay with me as long as I'm here.
I am not moving to Los Angeles or New York. I'm staying here with Granny forever.
Right, okay. This kind of, she's changed what she's saying, because obviously she said in Barstow that she was moving to New York or LA, and now she's saying she's staying with her gran forever, which is saving her money. I seen a video of someone talking about her basically saying she's going to make the same amount of money in New York or that as she would in like her hometown, because she can do like podcasts online or she can fly out places and stuff like that, and it will still be cheaper for her than actually paying rent for like New York or LA. So that's good that she's not moving out, but I reckon it's possibly her management that said to her, don't move out, maybe for the fact of, like, keep this small town girl, like, feel, and you always want to be in this small town and stuff like that. I'm surprised she didn't move, like, Nashville or any of the big, like, Austin or something like that, any places like that. Actually, there was one point I forgot to mention there as well. So someone in my previous video about street interviews, who obviously is the first time I spoke about Haley Welch, I think that's how you say it, said, stop making unimportant people important, which I actually think's a flawed statement, because wasn't everyone, like, I wouldn't believe anyone's unimportant, because everyone has their own life and they're all important in their own ways and stuff like that. Like, everyone is their main character in their own story. But if we're doing it, like, if people are unimportant, what makes, like, anyone, like, famous important? Like, do you know what I mean? Like, what makes Kim Kardashian important? What makes Zack Bryan important? Like, they are humans, they don't differ from anyone else. Like, we're all the same, except we see some people and we put them up on a pedestal. I can't say that I don't do that myself. Like, there is people I'm like, oh, I'd love to, like, meet you and stuff like that. But I feel like that statement of stop making unimportant people important is just wrong in general. But yeah, I hope you all liked the video. Like, comment, subscribe,